Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today, I have another shocking case to share with all of you. In a shocking and heartbreaking case that shook the nation in 2003, a woman from Michigan, aged 44, was convicted and sentenced to 20 years in prison for the unimaginable crime of murdering her newborn twins. This heinous act not only involved taking the innocent lives of her own children but also included the callous disposal of their remains in a trash bin located in Illinois. The details surrounding this tragic incident were both disturbing and deeply disturbing. The woman, whose identity remains undisclosed, had concealed her pregnancy from family, friends, and authorities. In a desperate attempt to hide her secret, she resorted to the most unthinkable act of ending the lives of her newborn twins shortly after their birth. The discovery of the infants' remains in a trash bin in Illinois sent shockwaves through the community and sparked a nationwide outcry. The gruesome nature of the crime left many questioning how someone could commit such a horrific act against their own flesh and blood. During the trial, the prosecution presented a compelling case, highlighting the woman's deliberate actions and lack of remorse. The evidence revealed a calculated plan to dispose of the infants, suggesting a complete disregard for their lives and the sanctity of motherhood. The defense, on the other hand, attempted to shed light on the woman's mental state, arguing that she was suffering from postpartum depression and was not in a sound state of mind at the time of the murders. The jury, after careful deliberation, found the woman guilty of the charges brought against her. The judge, recognizing the severity of the crime and the loss of two innocent lives, handed down a 20-year prison sentence. This decision aimed to serve justice for the victims and send a strong message that such acts of violence against children would not be tolerated. This tragic case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of mental health support and awareness surrounding postpartum depression. It also highlights the need for society to address the underlying issues that may lead individuals to commit such heinous acts. The loss of two innocent lives will forever be a painful reminder of the consequences of unchecked emotions and the devastating impact it can have on families and communities. As the woman begins her sentence, the hope is that she will receive the necessary rehabilitation and counseling to address her mental health issues. It is also a reminder to society to remain vigilant in identifying and supporting individuals who may be struggling with their mental well-being, particularly during vulnerable periods such as pregnancy and childbirth. Ultimately, this tragic case serves as a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of nurturing. Antoinette Briley, the defendant in a high-profile murder case, has recently made headlines as she entered a guilty plea for the heinous crime she committed. The Cook County Sheriff's Office, responsible for the investigation and prosecution of the case, officially announced her plea on May 7, bringing some closure to the long and arduous legal process. Initially, Briley faced 2 charges of first-degree murder, which were filed against her in December 2020. The charges stemmed from a gruesome incident that shocked the community and sent shockwaves throughout the state of Illinois. The details of the crime were chilling, and the public eagerly awaited justice to be served. However, as the case progressed, Briley's defense team negotiated a plea deal with the prosecution. This agreement ultimately led to her admission of guilt, sparing the court from a lengthy trial and providing some resolution to the victim's family and loved ones. On the day of the announcement, the courtroom was filled with tension and anticipation. As Briley stood before the judge, she expressed remorse for her actions and accepted responsibility for the murder. The judge, taking into account the severity of the crime and Briley's guilty plea, handed down a 20-year sentence in the Illinois Department of Corrections. The sentence, while not as severe as some may have hoped, reflects the complex nature of the case and the legal considerations involved. The judge likely took into account various factors, such as Briley's lack of prior criminal history, her cooperation with the investigation, and any potential mitigating circumstances that may have influenced her actions. The victim's family, although undoubtedly devastated by the loss of their loved one, expressed a mix of relief and disappointment at the outcome. While they were relieved that Briley had been held accountable for her crime, some felt that the sentence did not adequately reflect the magnitude of their loss. As Briley begins her time in the Illinois Department of Corrections, she will have the opportunity to reflect on her actions and, hopefully, undergo rehabilitation. The sentence serves as a reminder that justice has been served, but it also raises questions about the effectiveness of the criminal justice system in dealing with such heinous crimes. The case of Antoinette Briley will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on the community and the legal landscape. It serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of one's actions and the importance of seeking justice for victims and their families. The shocking incident took place on June 6, 2003, when a waste management worker was going about her usual duties of emptying trash bins in an alley in unincorporated Stickney Township, Illinois. Little did she know that this day would forever be etched in her memory. As she operated the garbage truck, the worker noticed something unusual in the front lift bucket. To her horror, she discovered the lifeless bodies of two newborn twin boys. The sight was heart-wrenching, and she immediately contacted the sheriff's office to report the distressing find. News of the tragic discovery spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through the tight-knit community. The sheriff's office swiftly launched an investigation, determined to uncover the truth behind this heinous act. The entire town was left in disbelief, struggling to comprehend how such a horrific event could occur in their peaceful neighborhood. Authorities worked tirelessly to gather evidence and piece together the circumstances surrounding the infants' deaths. The community rallied together, offering support and assistance to the investigators in their quest for justice. The incident struck a chord with everyone, igniting a collective determination to find the person or persons responsible for this unimaginable crime. As the investigation progressed, the sheriff's office appealed to the public for any information that could help identify the culprits. Flyers were distributed, and the media covered the story extensively, hoping to generate leads that would bring the perpetrators to justice. Meanwhile, the community mourned the loss of these innocent lives. Candlelight vigils were held, bringing people together to grieve and honor the memory of the newborn twins. The tragedy served as a stark reminder of the importance of valuing and protecting the most vulnerable members of society. Months passed, and the investigation seemed to hit a dead end. However, the determination of law enforcement never wavered. Finally, a breakthrough came when a witness came forward with crucial information that led to the identification and subsequent arrest of the individuals responsible for this heinous crime. The community breathed a collective sigh of relief as justice was served. The perpetrators faced the full force of the law, held accountable for their actions. The case served as a reminder that no crime goes unpunished, and the community could find solace in knowing that the newborn twins had not died in vain. In the aftermath of this tragic event, the community came together to heal and prevent such a tragedy from happening again. Organizations were established to raise awareness about safe havens for newborns, ensuring that desperate parents had a safe and legal alternative to. The twin infants, a symbol of hope and new beginnings, were cruelly robbed of their chance at life. The autopsy results confirmed that they had taken their first breaths, their tiny lungs filled with the promise of existence. But their journey was abruptly halted by the suffocating grip of asphyxiation, a tragic end to their innocent lives. The revelation that their deaths were classified as homicide sent shockwaves through the community, shattering the illusion of safety and exposing the dark underbelly of humanity. The weight of grief and anger hung heavy in the air, as the search for justice began in earnest. Law enforcement agencies spared no effort in their quest for answers, launching extensive investigations that spanned countless hours, days, and months. Every lead was meticulously pursued, every piece of evidence scrutinized with unwavering determination. Yet, despite the tireless efforts of detectives and forensic experts, the identity of the perpetrator remained elusive, like a ghost haunting the shadows. The case became a haunting enigma, a puzzle that defied resolution. The community, once united in their pursuit of justice, now found themselves grappling with a sense of helplessness and frustration. The unsolved mystery cast a long, dark shadow over their lives, a constant reminder of the evil that lurked among them. The memory of the twin infants, their innocent faces forever etched in the minds of those who knew them, served as a constant reminder of the unfinished business that remained. Their absence left a void that could never be filled, a void that demanded answers and closure. Years passed, and the case gradually faded from the headlines, slipping into the realm of forgotten tragedies. But for those who had loved the twins, the pain and longing never subsided. Their memory was kept alive through photographs, mementos, and whispered conversations, a testament to the enduring love and the unyielding desire for justice. The unsolved case of the twin infants became a symbol of the flaws in the justice system, a stark reminder that sometimes, even the most heinous crimes can go unpunished. It served as a call to action, urging society to re-evaluate its commitment to protecting the most vulnerable among us. Though the case may have been officially closed, the wounds it left behind remained open, a scar on the collective conscience of the community. The twin infants, forever frozen in time, became a symbol of the fragility of life and the relentless pursuit of justice, a reminder that their story, though tragically cut short, would never be forgotten. This breakthrough in the case provided crucial evidence linking Briley to the crime, confirming her as the biological mother of the victims. The use of genetic genealogy techniques marked a significant advancement in forensic technology, allowing investigators to make connections that were previously impossible. With this new information, authorities were able to further investigate Briley's involvement in the murders and bring her to justice. The reopening of the case and the successful retrieval and analysis of DNA evidence demonstrated the dedication and persistence of law enforcement in seeking justice for the victims and their families. On December 3, 2020, a shocking incident unfolded in Cook County, Illinois, when Briley, a woman who had been on the radar of sheriff's police detectives, was finally apprehended. The details that emerged during the investigation were both disturbing and heartbreaking. It was discovered that Briley had actually informed officials about her pregnancy back in 2003. This revelation raised questions about why her situation had gone unnoticed for so long. It became evident that Briley had been living with her grandfather at the time, and it was during her stay at his residence that she began experiencing abdominal discomfort. According to a report by WMAQ, Briley bravely recounted the harrowing events that took place in that bathtub. She revealed that she had given birth to twins, but tragically, their cries were audible only within the confines of the bathroom. The volume was not loud enough to reach the ears of the neighbors, who remained oblivious to the unimaginable horror unfolding just next door. The fact that Briley had managed to keep the secret for so many years was both shocking and deeply disturbing. It raised questions about the circumstances surrounding her actions and the level of support or intervention she may have received during that time. The investigation aimed to uncover the truth and shed light on the factors that contributed to this tragic event. The community was left reeling from the news, grappling with a mix of emotions ranging from disbelief to anger and sadness. The incident served as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance and support systems for those in vulnerable situations, particularly pregnant women. As the investigation continued, authorities worked tirelessly to gather evidence and piece together the events leading up to that fateful day in 2003. The hope was to bring justice to the innocent lives lost and to ensure that Briley received the necessary help and support she needed. The shocking revelation of Briley's hidden pregnancy and the subsequent delivery of twins in a bathtub sent shockwaves through the community. It served as a stark reminder of the importance of awareness, intervention, and support for those in need. The investigation into this tragic event would undoubtedly continue to unfold, as authorities sought to understand the circumstances surrounding Briley's actions and provide closure for all those affected by this heartbreaking incident. Briley's actions shocked and horrified the community, as the news of her abandoning her newborn sons in a trash bin spread. The tragic incident raised questions about mental health, the stigma surrounding pregnancy and motherhood, and the importance of providing support and resources for individuals facing difficult circumstances. As the investigation unfolded, it became clear that Briley was struggling with the overwhelming emotions and challenges of being a young, single mother. Her decision to hide her pregnancy and dispose of her babies reflected a deep sense of fear, shame, and desperation. The fact that she later expressed regret and wished she could turn back time highlighted the complexity of her situation and the deep remorse she felt for her actions. The case of Briley serves as a reminder of the importance of compassion, understanding, and empathy towards individuals facing difficult situations. It also underscores the need for better access to mental health services, support for young mothers, and education about safe and responsible options for those experiencing unplanned pregnancies. Ultimately, Briley's story is a tragic reminder of the consequences of societal pressures, stigma, and lack of support for individuals in vulnerable situations. It is a call to action for communities to come together to provide resources, understanding, and compassion for those in need, in order to prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Stay tuned for some shocking stories. See you all next time.